A deeper analysis shows that this was a restrained response by Iran, and they could go much, much greater with some of these tens of thousands of drones overwhelming the Israeli air defense systems, its whole network, and they could cause a lot of harm to Israel, which is why I was worried about your article, because if Israel gets to the point to where they think, holy crap, our dome has been depleted of interceptors and they have swarmed into it, now then the only thing left is a nuclear weapon to defend themselves.
The danger is as follows. The Iranians did what they did to signal not weakness, but a desire to avoid a regional war. They know that if there is a massive retaliation by the Israelis against them, that they are committed to essentially the same thing. When this begins, it'll be hard to stop. You'll have a regional war. They don't want a regional war. Secondly, they used a lot of old technology. Very, very few missiles were truly modern, and these were at the tactical or theater ballistic missile level. Some did get through. And the reason they got through was not just because the Israelis and their allies, the United States and Great Britain and France, had wasted munitions on second-rate and third-rate capabilities like these drones that fly very slowly and are easily tracked and shot down. It's also because I think the Iranians did not want to show what they can really do. They now have a nice picture of Israeli air defenses, radars, and so forth. If the Israelis go after them with a vengeance, then everyone is going to be surprised at what the capabilities really are and what the Iranians can actually do. So this feigning weakness, if you will, or alleged weakness, is a mistake. We should, welcome the fact that nothing more serious happened and urge the Israelis to change their approach. But again, remember, Israel is losing the war in Gaza for all intents and purposes. They've turned into a global pariah for what they're doing there. And Hamas continues to survive and continues to launch attacks. So there's failure in Hamas. Now you're talking about a potential regional war that would involve Iran and undoubtedly would bring in Hezbollah. How this helps Israel is beyond my imagination. I don't see it helping Israel at all. I think it would be the death knell of the Israeli state, which is why I've been very critical of Netanyahu and these policies. I don't want to see Israel destroyed. I want to see it survive.
Exactly.
But of course, I hold a minority opinion there. And there are lots of people now that are anxious to go to war. Remember, Israel is a very small state. It's smaller than New Jersey. It doesn't have much strategic depth. That's one of the reasons that the Israelis would like to take over the West Bank and expand absolute total control all the way to the Jordan River. I understand the strategic issues and I understand the strategic needs. But the point is, we live in a different world today. This is not 1900. It's not 1945. It's not even 1990.
Yeah.
And you're dealing with nations that are far more sophisticated and technically competent than the Israelis think they are, and certainly more than we think they are.